Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. We have already started here. Has a pop! Surely this time, he's delivered all right!
What a start, and what a contribution from the main man. I had a feeling he might do something, given his reputation, but to do it like that, absolutely brilliant. I wasn't expecting that.
Mane was quick to move in. Keeper's handling wasn't great.
Well, for me, that's just pure predatory brilliance. It's not so much the finish, but the way he read the situation when nobody else was even alert to it. It's fantastic.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Gets his foot in there. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And that's been levered clear. Brings it forward. Over to the left. He's played him through. He's had a goal! It's there! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
Well, it's pretty damning on the part of that defence, Peter, that he was allowed so much time and space. But I think you have to give credit where it's due. And it was a brilliant setup and finish.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition looked completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
It'll be a throw-in. Here's the ball in. Gets good distance on it. Ronaldo gets it out to the wing. Looking to break out here. Gets away from his opponents. Mane has a hit! He's been off try.
Cristiano Ronaldo certainly could have and should have made more of that.
He goes long. That's a decent ball. Oh, shooting chance! Danger averted for now. Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Gets into a dangerous position. Let down by a lack of accuracy. Maicon cuts it out. Out to the right, looks to clip it forward, and it's hoisted clear. Goes for goal!
I can't speak highly enough of the keeper after that save. Can't stop thinking about it.
They've played it short. Battles to win it back. And now they can launch a counter. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he heaves it forward. intervention was very necessary. And it's played forward. Has he found his man? Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. This is promising. Keeper's got good distance on that. And the counter is on. Hoists it forward. Timely intervention. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Look, he's offering an apology to his teammate, who's clearly miffed at not being picked out despite making what looked like the right run.
Tries to get it forward quickly. He's made sure that that won't get through. It's a loose ball. Forward it goes. Oh, well intercept. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. We're back on the first 45 minutes.
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A two-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. Well, we're already into the second period. And that has been cleared. Turns and goes back. It's anyone's ball. Lovely bit of skill there. And once more they can't get through. Gets it back. Foot in. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Played towards the front men. Hoists it high. Gets it back. Forward it goes. And that's been won straight back. He's had that put on a plate. Hit into the chance! No, not this time.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases the chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Hoists it forward. Mane. Oh, Red, he sorted that out. That's gone a long way up and away. And it's played forward. Cristiano Ronaldo. Defending of the desperate variety.
Better control, and he would have had a selection of options.
Gets into a dangerous position. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And here's Mane. He can get that clear. Receives it from behind. Has a look and plays it in. Tries to get it forward quickly. Played into space out wide. Could move up a gear here. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. It's a throw in. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
He's had a shot! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Well, that's a real shame, because it could have led to a real momentum shift.
And it's played forward. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. And it's Maicon. And here's Mane. And he's there to hoof it away. And it's been taken straight back. He's got it, and he has a hit! Hoists it forward.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Needed a better pass there. Gets it upfield. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Mane. Cut out in the nick of time. Well, they can break here. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. The manager heads down the tunnel, swathed in satisfaction. His team have carried out his instructions. Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. The magic of the competition so very evident here. What's a chance for the underdog?
Well, Peter, I suppose this is more of the romantic side of things. The outside chance of a surprise result between two teams that are separated by a wide gap in terms of ability. Tomorrow's headlines should be predictable, but if this result does go the other way, then the headlines will be bigger and bolder. And I wish the underdogs the very best.
And already we're underway here. Real chance! There it is!
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. Drives it towards the front. It's gone out for a throw-in. Brozovic. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Gets wrestled off the ball. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Cristiano Ronaldo. Mane. Cristiano Ronaldo has a hit! He has done it! And already they're looking to run away with it. That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass? Just wonderful. Loved it.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Coman. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Has he picked him out? He could be in. Oh, shooting chance! They are rampant! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight. Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Yeah, and he knew all along what he wanted to do, and it's a really great instinctive finish.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
That's been drilled forward. Questions were asked, and he's given the answers. He's got options out wide, gets it back. Brozovic. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Tries to locate someone up front. Brozovic tries to get it forward quickly. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Mane cuts it out. Up towards the front line. It has got, and Mane! Goal! It is no contest. It is a landslide.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
It's become a case of men against boys. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Hoists it forward. Coman. And now they can launch a counter. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. All the way back and they start again. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, that flew by. It was breathless stuff. It's been one-way traffic here after the first 45 minutes. A relentless barrage that looks set to continue.
Yeah, I think the first half performance that showed attack being the best form of defence. If they're in the face of the opposition that much, then there's little they can do in return, and I'm not sure how long they can keep the intensity and the tempo up, but it certainly paid off so far.
So we're just settling back into this second half. It's gone for a throw-in. Martinez. And it's Mane. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's come loose. And the counter is on. Laporte. Martinez. Mane. Not much subtlety, he's launched himself there. There's the delivery. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Has he found his man? Shot at goal! Gets up to head it! And that has flown over.
That was good defensive pressure to give him less manoeuvring room. They're actually not getting too tight, which is interesting.
No.
It's probably cautionary. Don't dive in, try to pinch it or intercept so nobody can get in behind.
Mane. Now it's Mane. It's being played forward. The message is clear. None shall pass. Oh, real danger here.
Yeah, he was under pressure to get that exactly right, and he couldn't even think of the consequences. It was instinctive and rock solid.
Looking to hit the front line. He gets past his man. Brozovic battles to win it back. Loose ball, who's going to get there? He's had a shot! Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Coman finds himself offside. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. So we have a double substitution going on here.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
It's shapes to shoot! It's broken loose. And it's Brozovic. He's there to receive it. Cristiano Ronaldo. Forward it goes. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Oh, that's a waste. Ball is over the line. And he won't reach that. Talk about singling someone out.
Well, he helps himself to a treble, Peter, and then they switch on. It's a bit late now.
Shoots! Oh, denied at the last. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Well, they can break here. Mane looking to penetrate opposition lines. And it's played forward. Timely intervention. Clears it out of harm's way. Mane. And the volley. Keeper always had the measure of that. Forward it goes. That's not going to make it. Laporte. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Demolition, destruction, annihilation, they simply ran away with it. Would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim? Well, it's knockout time. It is still, of course, just a game of football, but it is a different game of football in terms of its mood. I don't think that you could get away with telling any of these players, let alone the crowd assembled here, that this is anything like what went before. As far as winning the competition is concerned, every game from this point on is win or bust. It is knockout football time. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it... Real chance! Wonderful!
And if that's a sign of things to come, he could make himself unplayable here. On some occasions, when star players really mean business, the entertainment value rockets, and we could be in for a treat after such a stunning opening. The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
A 1-0 lead established.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
And it's Mane. Nicely measured pass. He's on his way. Steered forward, cuts it out. And here's Mane. Oscar demonstrating fabulous determination. He just will not be beaten. Coached through there. Gets the better of his man. Knocks it away. He's got options in the box if he can... And Arnautovic! Oh, some clever movement up front.
Yeah, they're playing with a false nine. No one's really holding a fixed position up there.
How does that work?
Well, I think it's an attempt to just confuse this defence with constant interchange and different movement.
And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Cleared without complication. Koeman. Brozovic. Floats one over. He's made sure that that won't get through. Martinez. There has been just the early goal here, and it's 1-0. And it's Mane. He's had a go! Oscar. Hoists it forward. Brozovic. Ball's out on the left now. Got a shot away! No, he's missed it.
Well, Peter, he clearly felt he was being invited to shoot, and it wasn't the worst decision he could have made.
That was one quality pass away from being a very decent chance. Looked very promising.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Gets away from his opponent. He slid it through. Forward it goes. Tries a shot! He's scored! And with that goal comes comfort. So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And here's Arnautovic. That's a throw. Now it's Arnautovic. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Massive leap! Oh, not the best of headers. Coman, and the shot! And more, and more, and more! Hot knife through butter, they have done it again! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition looked complete.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. As easy as 1, 2, 3. It really has been that straightforward halfway through the match, but very little to suggest that much will change over the second half.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
It really has been an astonishing game. Gets up to head it! Hit with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Brozovic. Coman. And here's Brozovic. Coman. Gets it into the middle. No, that's too long. Now it's Arnautovic. Coman with a delicate ball, and the counter is on. I have to say that was an exemplary tackle, stopped him dead in his tracks. Shanghai SIPG to retain the ball, but are seemingly in no rush to break forward. Coman. Talk about singling someone out.
Yeah, and the fact that he's...
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Goes for goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Finds himself eased off the ball. Oscar. And it's Oscar. Plays it long. Mane. Mane goes looking. Oscar. Crunching tackle. Strong challenge, but well within the laws. Oscar. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Now a chance to break. deftly done. Cleared away. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Loose. That's gone a long way up and away. And now the breakaway. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Plays a clever pass. Oh, Red, he sorted that out. Oh, good take and a good area. Oh, the ball's come loose. Place it into the box. Coman. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Coman. Gets it upfield. And it's Arnautovic. And it's got through. Arnautovic. And it's hoisted clear.
Well, to be honest, I think they're all show and no substance. Where's the final product?
Coman. And that's that. 1 foot firmly in the next round. Victory away from home. Home comforts to come. Much of the job is done. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, we knew there was a sizable gap.
Well, a very good evening to you as you join us for tonight's live game. Unfortunately, our weather forecast is somewhat less than promising. We're told to expect intermittent spells of heavy rain, which might very well impact on the quality of the football later. It'll certainly add a new dimension, especially for those players who like to keep hold of the ball. Few anxious faces hoping it will all somehow stay away, but I have to tell you that we are told is an extremely unlikely scenario. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. They've got underway here pretty promptly. And a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Cristiano Ronaldo really must have felt he had the measure of the keeper then, but how wrong he was.
Nakamura gets it away. Coman. Brozovic. Oh, shooting chance! It's there!
what a start, and what a contribution from the main man. I had a feeling he might do something, given his reputation, but to do it like that, absolutely brilliant. I wasn't expecting that. The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Promising move that, good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Oh, that is lovely footwork. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Hoists it forward. Hit long and direct. That's a good ball, goes for goal!
Well, I think when you're in that situation, all you can do is tip your hat to the keeper, because that was fantastic.
Coman. That's great strength on the ball. There has been just the early goal here, and the score is 1-0. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Forward it goes. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. And how good was that? That is a gem! An absolute gem! Dispatched expertly, nicely done. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, look, Peter, who knows what's about to happen from here? I doubt this will be the final score, though.
Played into the middle. That wasn't the greatest of balls. And it's played forward. Nakamura with the slide tackle there. He's left his man. That's a decent ball. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Chance to break. Coman. Oh, good take and the shot! Just fizzes past the post.
That's just plain unlucky. There were many, me included, who thought that was going in.
And here's Nakamura. That's clear cut. It's a free kick. Well and truly turned on its head, and he's produced a beauty. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Looking to break out here. Laporte gets into the right position to intercept. Out to the left it goes. And he has been fouled there. Keeper's got good distance on that. He's made sure that that won't get through. Now the counter. Cristiano Ronaldo shapes to shoot! He's scored!
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Yeah, and he knew all along what he wanted to do, and it's a really great instinctive finish.
This is quite a battle.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Gets it back. Coman floats one over. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Takahashi. Takahashi plays it forward. Nakamura shoots! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. And it has been a pretty crazy game so far. The game played out in extraordinary fashion, and the scoreline underlines that.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period.
Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes. Laporte tries to get it forward quickly. Oh, they could break here. Cristiano Ronaldo. Crowd calling for him to shoot. It'll be a throw-in. Has a pop!
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Well, that's where he wants it. Cuts it out. Now it's Nakamura. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Striding forward, facing goal. Goes for goal! Breaks on here. Forward it goes. And that is as far as they're going to go. Dinks one in. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. And it's Nakamura. It's found its way to him. Battles to win it back. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Good challenge, he just stood firm. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Quick ball forward. Oh, good interception. Tries to locate someone up front. Gets away from his opponent. Could move up a gear here. Chip through. Nicely measured pass. Hits one! He has done it! And the comeback is complete!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Now a chance to break. And the finish! This could fall anywhere! And that would have won it.
Well, he's definitely kept the side in the game then. That's really good positioning. They could have doubled their lead there.
Nakamura knocks it away. Shoots! It's in! 2 to the good! They have breathing space!
I can give the keeper a little sympathy here because I think he might have been slightly unsighted. However, credit where it's due, it's still a fine finish from a tight spot.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition looked completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Laporte does well to read it and intercepts. And the weighted pass. Ronaldo is effectively being marked out of the game here.
Yeah, and they finally reacted, but they could have been more switched on before he scored.
Mike gets his head to it! And that's a real chance missed.
He'll be fuming with himself for not converting. He could have killed it off.
Brozovic goes back to base. Hoists it forward. Cristiano Ronaldo. Nakamura loses his balance and loses the ball. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Timely intervention. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Coman!
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
And that's that. Well, that's bounce-back ability, responding superbly to come from behind, shrugging off setbacks along the way, and determinedly getting there in the